We're so glad to be back to talk about the world's sexiest couple. And it's not us.
Or so they say. Or so they say. So we're going to find out.
Ash here.
Tre here.
So, Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert, I think we're pronouncing it right. Forgive us if we're not. So they're the world's sexiest couple. So we know they debuted their show on VH1, I believe, on Monday. And so we want to talk more about them. So when I first met Teyana Taylor was back when she did the Sweet 16 show on MTV. It was like my sweetest 16 birthday or whatever. And I just remember seeing her like, oh, she's so dope. Like even back then I was just like kind of like, oh my gosh, like she's so young. And she was just so dope. She was already like creative and already singing and dancing even back then. So then as time progressed, I saw her again on television. And then I was like, oh, so she's an actress too. Okay, so she does more stuff. And then time went on, and then I ended up hearing her music, and I was like, oh, I love her voice. And she did the remake of Marvin's Room from Drake. That's when I was just like, oh, infatuated by Teyana Taylor at that point. And I was like, wow, she's just very sexy. And then when I saw her in the Fade video, I just couldn't believe how sexy her body was. I was just like, oh my gosh, you are body goals. And so that's kind of how I just kind of stick with her because of just how enthusiastic she was and being creative and being an artist and also being an actress. And then just with her drive, I just really liked it and just gravitated to it. So then when I ended up finding out that she was dating Iman, I was like, wow, okay. And I was like, okay, he's a basketball star. But I didn't really know too much really about him. I just knew that he wanted to do music after that. I didn't really know too much about him. Then I saw pictures of him. Then I saw them together in the Fade video again. And that was my first time really seeing him, like, you know, do something besides, you know, what I heard as far as basketball. So I was like, oh, there's something different in basketball. I was like, oh, he's doing a music video. And he was kind of hot in there. So I was like, okay. And then they both had the six-pack going at the same time. It was really cute. So that was my first intake.
I know I don't remember her from those previous times that you said. The first time I remember her was when she was on the Tyler Perry movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So
Byron.
I don't remember what the movie was called, but that's all I remember is her saying Byron the whole time. And so I just remember her from that character. Like that character stood out to me in the movie mainly because it was extra. Like it was extra personality. And so you know, everybody after that movie just was saying that all day long because that part stood out and, you know, she stood out. So I remembered her from then. And then when Meek Mill came out with his new album and she was on she's on one of our favorite songs. And the whole song is hot and she made it even hotter. And so when Ashley mentioned like, oh, that's the same girl from, you know, that movie, I was like, oh, snap, that's her. I didn't even know she sung. I just thought she was just a, you know, extra actor that was going on in that movie. And so I'm like, oh, she's a music artist too. And she sounded like, you know, her voice is really, and I remember you saying that you really liked her voice from before. And I'm like, this is my first time hearing her, but I really like her sound. And I'm glad that Meek chose her to be on that particular song. I mean, we love that song so much. We might even still do a whole remake of do a video. It's not even a remake.
And her daughter Junie produced that record.
Yeah, I just saw that online that they said. So that's crazy that he chose her to be on that song, and she really fits so well. And then the words, just the information, and man, they put it's a lot of stuff in that song. If you can dissect that song and you conscious and you know what they're talking about,
go listen to it.
Yeah, it's beyond loving it for music. I love it for other reasons, and so I just appreciate, you know, that song and her being on that. So once that song hit, that's when I think I started to ask Ashley a little bit more questions because she's more into the know. She just let me into the know and she let me know what's going on, and I'll do research sometimes. But yeah, when you told me about her and I started following them at that point. And then when it came down to their new show that they just aired on Monday, and I think they're going to have, I think it's an 8 series or 8 shows that they'll have in this series. But they said that this show has came in at number 5 as far as original shows on cable television for this week, and I think that's an awesome accomplishment.
Clap for them.
Definitely. That's a power couple move.
Yes.
Where you can just have a reality TV show about your relationship,
right,
and people are following that, and you can make money off of that, and really, just make a real legacy off of just being you. That's a power couple move right there.
No, that's so awesome, and just nice to have them on television. See another young couple that's married, that's thriving in business and what they do.
The world's sexiest couple. So we want to know whether or not you feel like they're the world's sexiest couple, because sexy is kind of like in the eye of the beholder. And so you can have sexy be just separating sex appeal. And I feel like sex appeal, really, when it comes down to it, me and Ashley talk all the time. Like, sex appeal is kind of like, the way somebody moves and the way they do things and the way they say things. It just naturally kind of comes out sexy, where it kind of ignites you in a certain type of way. I feel like sex appeal is somewhat different than sexy and attractive or beautiful, just because of those things. So if we had to say sex appeal and say, okay, are they the world's sexiest couple as far as the sex appeal that they have? I feel like they have a run-in for it. But if it was sexy, whereas are we talking about the whole package on what they do, as far as them as a couple and a family, them grinding, making a legacy, them as far as being beautiful and being attractive in those type of ways, then there's some other couples that come into the running as far as the world is concerned, the whole world.
Yeah.
But they definitely, I like the fact that they even branded themselves as that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, no, really, I feel the same exact way. I feel like sexy really does depend on the person. Sexy it can be just a physical thing, or it can be something deeper as a sex appeal, or maybe sex appeal meant sexy, because some people feel like sexy is the shorter word, quote unquote, for sex appeal.
Right.
So somebody saying, oh, you have sex appeal, oh, you're sexy.
Right.
And so, it's okay, well, are they really sexy? Do they have sex appeal? Or are they a different version of sexy? Which to me is okay, if you are making decisions, as far as getting businesses and doing what you have to do, and if they're actually planning for longevity financially, as far as them having all these different foots in different industries and having their hands into everything, I'm like, wow, they really are sexy. They have that sexy appeal. So I can definitely see the sex appeal, because everything does kind of have a certain finesse or sexiness to it. And it could be because they kind of displayed that already. So I think it's pretty awesome that they have that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we definitely have, we have some couples who we really admire and we follow for a lot of different reasons. And so just the fact that they're a young couple and they doing their thing and they actually are incorporating their lifestyle with their business, with their family, and their legacy. The fact that they're incorporating all of this right now and being able to make some type of profit off of it and still really show to the world a different side of, us as a people and especially us as an age group, I feel like they're doing a thing. I commend them for that. And I like seeing that. That's why we have this channel. We want to be able to shine light on more power couples that are doing their thing. So, like I said, the fact that they even branded themselves as something, I think they took advantage of the little sex scene that they had on Kanye's video. Once that happened, that was a little steamy. People started to really follow their relationship and ask a lot of questions about their sex life. And then they just ran with it. After people are coming at you and want to know more about your sex life and they think that you're sexy, why not run with it and start branding yourself, as the world's sexiest couple and start showing more sexiness and, using that to your advantage? Why not? We really don't, we don't have anything against that. It's just that whether or not you agree, whether or not you feel, if they're the world's sexiest couples to themselves, nobody can fight against that, right? What's sexy is sexy to them in their own eyes. Whether or not we feel like they're the world's sexiest couple, or whether or not you feel like they're the world's sexiest couple,
doesn't really matter.
It's a whole different story, really, and it doesn't really matter, to them. It's just whether or not, if we feel like we the sexiest couple, we can believe that. We can go with that. That can be where we stand at. Nobody can fight us on what we believe to be sexy, but that doesn't mean that everybody else has to feel the same way. And it doesn't matter, like she said. They can still be doing their thing. So, I just commend them on what they're doing right now, and, I appreciate it. We're going to keep following them for that reason.
Yeah, right? I respect the fact they even showing us, the in-depth of their relationship and getting kind of closer personal, because that's kind of hard, especially with working together and living together and having to deal with all of that. But I think because it's in a positive light and it kind of shows just that oneness of unity and family, I think that is just a great example that I guess that they're trying to put out, because nobody's really doing that now. Like, you don't really see a lot of young couples on reality TV that have a family, that has businesses, that's working, that's actively just out there. So I'm just so appreciative that they even would share that, you know, with us and kind of give us like the sneak or the behind the scenes into their life. So I just hope that, you know, everything still goes well with them. And I feel like they just have such a great foundation in their relationship. It seems like they just really are friends and really have that communication. I'm just glad that they're showing it to us so that we can learn more skills, and you guys could too, to help your relationship. And so they're definitely a superhero power couple. Absolutely. For sure. We already know that. We are in agreement with that, because they are really just displaying all the powers that they have. And now that they have a child, you can see the powers that she has too. And it's just so amazing to see how you have these two people, how they can create an even different superhero power that you've never seen before in this child. And she's literally a child, and she has like all this energy, and she's just such a shining light. And she has businesses, she owns records, she's been producing, like she's just, it's like she's not even walking. I mean, she is walking, but she's not as taller yet. So it's just like, wow, like just in this short amount of time, just like, you know, a star like DJ Khaled's son, she really reminds me of the same kind of caliber of that. So I'm just so honored that she's showing it to the world and displaying it. And their relationship seems very laid back. And so I kind of like that. So to me, I think they're the world's sexiest couple. They definitely are one of the world's sexiest couples. Yeah. And like I said, define sexy like to you. Like sexiness can mean different things, and they can be the world's sexiest couple to them. And that's totally fine, and we are in agreement with that. But also you could define maybe you're the world's sexiest couple. So you never know.
Or you might have the sexiest wife, and it doesn't really matter about nothing else. Who thinks they sexier? It doesn't matter, because as long as you feel like the person that you with is the sexiest person ever, then go with it, be with it. You can follow some other couples, but just be confident in who you are and what you have, and everything will be all right from there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this table talk of us talking about the world's sexiest couple, or who they believe to be the world's sexiest couple right now. And we are rooting
for you. Like, stay in tune with Teyana Taylor Iman Shumpert. Like, they're doing like great work that they're doing. They have a lot of different businesses that you can support. They have a lot of avenues that you can support them. And even on Instagram, show them love, follow them, like them. Like, they're super awesome to follow. They post dope pictures. And their child is always doing something new, so definitely keep tabs on them. Like, support them any way you can, because they're really helping our community out too. So why not show them back the same love?
Right, definitely. The workout plans. Like, if you really do feel like they the world's sexiest couple,
man,
you better follow the workout plans and get on it. So I feel like the fact that they obviously go hard in the gym, that's obvious. You know, if you want to be sexy, or at least you want to be what most of the world feels like is sexy, you got to put that work in. It don't matter what it is. So I definitely commend them. Again, on that, obviously we love success. We love talking about success. If you are a power couple, you can hit us up, submit a video to us. We want to include you on our channel. If you know of power couples, be able to share this channel with them, and then also be able to, even if, you know, they can be celebrities or not celebrities. If they celebrities and you know some juice on celebrity couples that's power couples, hit us up. You know, send us an inbox, because we are real people. We will actually answer you, and we like meeting new people, so definitely
message us, anything. If you have any new scoops, or if you just have new topics that you want us to talk about in regards to the superhero power couples that are doing it right now, definitely hit us up on our inbox and we'll respond back. Or we'll do a video about it, and just let us know. We're open to any suggestions. So go ahead and subscribe right now to our channel. Go ahead and like our video. Go ahead and hit that notification bell right now. And share our video. You never know. Maybe Teyana Taylor Iman Shumpert may see this video and say, hey, let's hang out. We're open to it. Come visit us out here in Thailand. We have a good time.
Definitely. I keep messing with her. That's why she laughing all randomly. But y'all didn't have to know that.
Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, filling my butt. Anywho,
the snitch. Oh man.
Well, they need to know.
Yeah,
it's the real. So anywho, that's it, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you guys later. Peace.